Welcome, race fans, to the SimWorld Racing Network's presentation of the All-American Racing League's Truck Series at Circuit of the Americas. I am your host, David Hillbilly Hara. In the booth with me today as well, no one as David Lafano, the host with the most, is out tonight. I'm sure he's watching from the hotel or wherever he is at. But nonetheless, we are here in Austin, Texas for the race here at COTA, 35 laps in the Truck Series for the All-American Racing League, brought to you by Callahan Cox Motorsports. This is going to be a very, very challenging track, as we saw in our Cup Series last Tuesday. There's 20 turns around this circuit, as you can see from the blimp here, high above the track. 20 turns. There's a lot of slow sections. There's some fast sections that end in slow turns. This is going to be a challenge for all these drivers here tonight. And I'm seeing that the times here, currently Michael Kerjelak is the fastest truck in practice, as practice is got about 10 minutes left here. Michael Kerjelak's the fastest with a 2-minute 22.85 second lap as his best lap. That is, in comparison to the Cup cars, they were running at about, the fast times there I think were like 2:15, which was run by Travis Rodriguez, who I do not see has joined this session yet. I'm not sure if we'll see. I believe we will. I see him in the field. There he is. So he has joined but has not run a lap here. But I look for Travis to be kind of up to the front. Michael Kerjelak, Kenneth Pack, James Nelson, Benny Campbell. All these drivers are good, but this is a very, very challenging track. We're turning right, folks. This is right turn, Clyde. You're gonna make some right turns. You're gonna make quite a few of them. You got to watch out for the rumble strips, or the more importantly, because you're gonna want to use some of those. But the turtles, you want to kind of minimize your off tracks, minimize your mistakes tonight to be successful here at COTA. Let's go down trackside and see if we can catch some of the practice activities happening here, as James Nelson has jumped to the top of the board. His number 75 AutoServe SWRN entry. Trying to make something happen with that Chevrolet. Currently he turned a 222 flat. So he just upped Michael Kerjelak by about 0.8 of a second on his lap there. Hustling that thing around this track. These trucks are gonna, my understanding is they handle a little bit better than the Cup cars did, as far as at least turning in. Just don't carry the power, to make up that speed. Tonight's race will be 35 laps. And with that 35 laps, we're gonna have stage breaks at lap 7 and lap 15 will be your two stages. They're running a 60% fuel load. They have 4 sets of tires. This is going to be set to be a pretty good race, as we see Chad Snyder jump up into that second spot with the 2:22.38. Times are picking up, as Chad, just minutes ago was back mired somewhere around 9th or 10th position on speed here. We're going to try to get a lap around with Chad if he joins. Hopefully he saw the message there. I'm going to try to get him up in the broadcast booth for a lap around with Chad here at the 5-minute mark. We'll see if he stops there. And yes, so he's going to go ahead and get set for that. Nope, maybe not. Then again, he may be getting some fresh tires, getting ready for us. But we are the All-American Racing League. This is the All-American Racing League. If you want to contact All-American Racing League, you can contact us over at facebook.com/All-American Racing League. If you'd like to get a hold of SimWorld Racing Network for one of your events, you can get a hold of us at facebook.com. Just search, I believe, SWRN or SimWorld Racing Network, and you should find us on Facebook. Or shoot us a message in the comments on one of our streams here, and we'll be watching for that. And we'll get you the contacts and get you hooked up. Hoping I got that muted there while I was coughing there just a bit. But anyway, James Nelson still the fastest at that 222 flat. We have the top 3 drivers are in the 222s, and then we back to the next 3 are into 223s, and then you got a couple 224s, 225s. It just backs down through the field. But again, once the pressure's on, these drivers are probably going to slow the speeds down a bit just to minimize mistakes. As I said, right now they're going to try to get anything and everything they can. Not sure we're going to get that lap around with Chad, as I do see that he is muted and deafened in the Discord channel. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep an eye out for that. See if we can get a explained lap of how this goes around here. If not, we'll be sure to talk to the drivers throughout the race. Stage breaks, we'll do an interview with the stage winners. After the race, we will interview the top 3. We have a 13 truck field thus far here tonight. We have some drivers that have not or don't race with us much. Joshua Hetrick, he's returned here to the Truck Series to run at COTA. Adam Angerstein, he's joined a couple of races but has been unable to take a lap. I think he was having some issues getting going. Hopefully he'll be able to turn some laps here tonight, as I did see him out on track earlier. Yeah, as we see his truck sitting there on pit road. So we're coming to about 4 minutes left in practice here. Then we'll have a 10-minute qualifier, and we'll see where these drivers stack up. I'll try to keep you entertained for that 10 minutes. May turn on my camera, do some backflips or something. I don't know. I'd break my neck. But anyway. One of our sponsors here this season for Sim World Racing Network is G-Tech. Cleaners and degreasers, evolutionary cleaners and degreasers. You can check them out. They're like the safest cleaners. They clean just about everything. You can throw it in your laundry. You can use it on your, heavy grease to clean machine parts in your garage. Whatever. Just very, very good degreaser and cleaner. So check them out at buygtech.com. Again, that's www.buygtech.com. Check them out. Do it. We appreciate them coming on board with us, as well as Callahan Cox Motorsports for the AARL Truck Series. Practice is about, a couple minutes left in it here. Still have a couple of trucks on track. We see the Prisma Health number 16 of Kenneth Pack, who did jump to the top, by the way. He's the only driver by a half second now. He's at 2:21.52 here in practice, so he's turned a pretty hot lap here late. James Nelson is still in second with that 2:22 flat. Chad Snyder in third. Back here looking at the Assault Motorsports Chevrolet of Joshua Hetrick, and that number 25 capital signed or line care Chevrolet. And Joshua Hetrick's pretty good at these road course style races as well. So I look for him to mix it up with these guys in the front as the race goes on. Currently sitting at about a 2:24.11 for his best lap. A little slower than I'm sure he would like. But there again, taking it safe. You don't want to try to run that fast lap every lap here, or you will make mistakes. You will spin. You will go off track, and that can be costly. That can cost you, 4 or 5 seconds just trying to gather the truck back up. So Michael Boone in the Speed Society number 5, Night Owl So's Chevrolet. We've got Curtis Saubern in his Castrol Edge Ford. Tyrone Yo, that Old Spice Gettysburg Pennsylvania Harley Davidson Chevrolet, Ford. Looks like Travis Rodriguez has taken the track now. This will be his first lap here with 50 seconds left. I don't know if he'll have time to make a full lap, but I guess he just wanted to try to get out there and see what he had here late in the going. And we'll follow these drivers, folks, through some of the qualifying laps. Now, we do all qualify at the same time, not on the track. They're in their kind of their individual lap. But, so I'll try to pick these guys up as best I can as we go through it. So we're coming down to 18 seconds left. I'm just trying to see if Juggles is going to make it. I don't think, based on where he is on track, that he's going to make that. With 10 seconds left, he will not make the start-finish line to score this lap. But that's okay. This is only practice, and practice has completed here, ladies and gentlemen. While we're waiting to go into qualifying, let's go ahead and hop to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with you. You won't miss a thing.
Back to more racing action right after this. Looking for a safe, effective cleaning system? Look no further. G-Tech Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers, certified by the EPA as a safer choice product. G-Tech can be used quickly and safely to remove soils and stains from most surfaces. Give them a call at 770-967-6988 or visit them on the web at mygtech.com. G-Tech, 5346 BBS Way, Brazelton, Georgia. G-Tech, your one stop for professional, eco-friendly cleaning products. For tailgating activities or just plain backyard fun, look no further than Holio. Made to order cornhole bags and boards. No order is too large or too small. You can choose unfinished or finished with stain and polyurethane, and finished with a vinyl design or your company branding. Don't wait for the season to be over. Contact Holio on Facebook. Holio, made to order cornhole bags and boards. Now back to trackside act of the All-American Racing League.
All right, we are back live with qualifying underway as Kenneth Pack is on the track. It's Kenneth Pack out of Greer, South Carolina. It's one of the first drivers out on the track. We have Michael Kurgelak also out there. Michael out of Louisville, Kentucky. He kind of misses that corner just a little bit, but that's all right. I believe this is just their up-to-speed lap as they're coming out. So we'll see the times as these drivers start scoring times. We will see the times. I'm going to go ahead and bring you up a nice little tower here to watch. So you see James Nelson on track from Harper's Ferry. Chad Snyder out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. In the Blues Race Designs Toyota Camry. It's not a Toyota Camry, it's a Toyota truck. And I believe this may be Resurrection Detail rather than Blues Race Designs. And it is. This is race 5 of the season, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick rundown of the point situation while we're watching Kenneth go around to begin his first lap here in just a second. As he's coming by the start-finish line now, heading off into turn 1. Curtis Sauber, after race 4 at Bristol, Curtis Sauber is your race leader, or your points leader, 8 points over Michael Boone. Travis Rodriguez is 3rd, Michael Kurgelak 4th. Joshua Hetrick is in the 5th position. Nathan Christensen 6th. Benjamin Campbell 7th. Gregory Robinson 8th. James Nelson 9th. Tyrone Yo is 10th. Michael Bovair is 11th. Greg Barnett's 12th. Chad Snyder is in the 13th position. Sean Horlander is 14th. Kenneth Pack is 15th. Tommy Osborne 16th. Brendan Mathias 17th. 18th is Cameron Harris. Kyle Purcell is 19th. And Charlie Dickey rounds out the top 20. Now, a lot of these drivers have not been able to start every race, and, a lot of them are missing, taking a provisional tonight. So they're going to lose a bit of points, but they do get last place +1 if they decide to take a provisional for this evening. So some of these guys in the back, like Chad Snyder sitting in 13th here in the Truck Series, he's going to gain some points over like Michael Bovair and Gregory Robinson who are not taking the field. And I believe Nathan Christensen, okay, he has joined. But yeah, so there's several drivers that are not able to make it tonight. So there's some real opportunity to gain that ground back, and get yourself up in that top 10, possibly top 5. Well, I think all the top 5 drivers are here, but still, you could be fighting for it right here at the Circuit of the Americas. Still waiting for Kenneth to finish. These are, like I said, these are 2-minute, 20 to 23 second laps. So it takes a bit of time to get around here, especially you get your up-to-speed lap. That's why this is a 10-minute qualifier when typically we do a 5-minute qualifier. So there's 5 minutes left in this session for everyone to get their times. I do see that there's a lot of drivers that have not taken the track. And so Kenneth Pack turned it up to a 2:20.47. James Nelson clocks in with a 2:20.07. Travis Rodriguez jumps up with a 2:19.44. We saw him lead a lot in the Cup Series race. Had a little bit of problem with, I think his computer glitched out on him or something while restarting, and unfortunately may have cost him that race. So he did not get that victory. Now, last week here in the Truck Series at Bristol Motor Speedway, your race winner was Brendan Mathia in the 99. Now, I do not see Brendan in the field tonight. So he'll be I imagine he's taking the provisional. I haven't really looked to see if he requested that, but I believe he's taking a provisional tonight. And he did mention he probably wouldn't be able to make all of these races anyway. As we still see, so we have 6 drivers that have taken time. I still see I have 6 drivers that have yet to even take the track, so they may be just foregoing, the qualifying effort and deciding to start in the rear. Which a lot of drivers will do that, to stay out of trouble. They want, basically, if you can start in the back and you stay out of trouble and guys are sliding off the track here as the laps wind down, you can gain some valuable positions, end up with a good finish, and not ruin your own race or anyone else's race. So this would be, I guess, maybe a home track for Travis Rodriguez out of San Antonio, since this track is there in Texas. I mean, there's a couple of them there, I guess, so I don't know which one he claims. I imagine this one, because Juggles does like the road course racing. Josh Hetrick's on track, but has yet to score a time. So we'll see where he comes in right here as he comes to the start-finish line. See where that puts him with oh no. He stopped and decided not to take a time. So he's just going to start in the back. All right. I believe this is going to be all the drivers that are going to take time they don't have time to take time now. Maybe a couple drivers out there. No. So that's going to wrap up qualifying with Travis Rodriguez, your pole sitter. James Nelson is going to start off in that second spot with Kenneth Pack in third, Michael Kerjelak in fourth, Chad Snyder fifth, and Greg Barnett will be sixth. I'm not sure how they're going to line everyone else up, but we will bring to you here in just another minute, whenever qualifying session ends completely. I'll bring to you the full grid lineup as we roll off and run this pace lap to bring these guys around to green. Let's see if we can get a word with we'll wait till they grid up, and we'll get a word with our pole sitter Travis Rodriguez. Actually, we'll go ahead and bring him in now. He's not doing anything important. Just about the race, but, whatever. See if I can find him here. Travis Rodriguez, you got Dave Harry here in the booth, man. How you doing?
I am good. How are you?
Yeah, man. Not as good as you. It looks like you got a fast truck there tonight, man. Fast Ford, sitting on the pole here at COTA. I know how much you like it. I know how well you did in the Gen whatever the Cup Series cars. What do you think? You going to blow these guys away tonight, or you got some pretty strong competition to worry about?
I want to say strong competition because I jumped into a practice with some of these guys the other day, and we were all kind of in the 23s except for a couple. I don't know if they were randoms or other guys a part of their league. So to see that they've picked up time as well as me picking up time, it should be good. Just got to keep the mistakes minimal because that 219 is not going to happen more than maybe once if I'm lucky. So
yeah, and that was going to be my next question is, what are the keys to winning this race? You mentioned, staying out of trouble, right? Try to minimize mistakes. Are you going to try to? I mean, so will there be any any reason for any short pitting or anything like that on these stages, or are you going to try to maximize stage points as well?
Staging probably try to maximize the stages. Sorry, just because we have enough fuel to cover the stages. The final stage, it just kind of is going to depend on what people decide to do because I think the final stage is going to be about 20 laps, maybe one or two short from that. So if somebody decides to flip it and go short and try to run long, that might help somebody. Or run long and have the final run be shorter. I think the biggest thing is going to be tires, though, if I'm honest.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you grid up so you don't miss the grid there, and we'll talk to you. Maybe we'll talk to you after the race, bud.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that was Travis Juggles Rodriguez, your pole sitter. As we wait for these drivers to get gridded up here, let's go ahead and run through the qualifying order. As you see on screen, Travis Rodriguez for Assault Motorsports is your pole sitter with James Nelson in second. Third is rolling off third is Kenneth Pack. Michael Kerjelak is fourth. Fifth is Chad Snyder. Sixth is Greg Barnett. Seventh is Nathan Christensen. Ben Campbell will roll off eighth. Joshua Hetrick ninth. Adam Engerstein rolls off 10th. 11th is Michael Boone. 12th, Curtis Sauburn. And 13th is Tyrone Yo. 13 trucks in this field tonight. And these guys are ready to get going. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and try this and hopefully don't mess them up too bad. But let's go ahead and bring in our outside pole sitter for a quick word here as they're pacing around. Well, I'm not seeing James in the chat, so it doesn't look like I'll be able to bring him in. Talk with Chad Snyder. Chad Snyder, Dave in the booth, man. How you doing? Chad Snyder, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Hey, man, we're doing all right. So, what are the keys to this race tonight from your perspective? I mean, I know you're starting back probably a little further than you wanted to, but you're really fast in practice. So, what's the takeaways for what needs to get done here tonight?
Well, I'm going to cut you off a little bit because we're getting ready to go green. Just got to find a spot to settle in and run clean laps and just try to stay out of trouble.
Yep. Okay, Chad.
Hopefully, put on a good show for you guys here.
Yeah, bud. We'll send you back now. Take care. Thank you. All right. I kind of cut him a little close there, but we'll let him go ahead and get going. It's kind of hard to find. I'm going to bring up a track map to kind of help us keep track of where everybody is on this. As they head off into turn one. Good start by Travis Rodriguez. James Nelson to the outside. Looks like we're all clean and green. Maybe Angerstein had a little bit of trouble there. Well, no. It looks okay. Just scored him that way. As we have a new leader, James Nelson gets out in front of the 7 of Travis Rodriguez. we head through the S's. And remember, at home, we are running to, they're running to lap 7, and then there will be a caution flag. No caution for incident tonight, so we won't have any of that. They're gonna. Now you can see where all your drivers are on the track map as they come into this hairpin turn. Then there's a long, long straightaway to another hairpin left. But there will be no caution flags for incident. If you wreck, you're just kind of trying to get back up to speed. As you're back here checking out Tyrone Yo and Josh Hetrick. Josh Hetrick must have had some... must not have got a chance to join, unfortunately. So that's really going to hurt... I know he's in the practice. Looks like that's really going to hurt him in the points, as he was up there in the top 5. James Nelson still your leader, being hassled by the 7 of Travis Rodriguez. Seven looking to the inside of the 75. Can't make it happen in that turn. If you're just tuning in, this is the All-American Racing League Truck Series, Circuits of the Americas, brought to you by Callahan Cox Motorsports. Check him out on Facebook. Check out Callahan and all the racing he's doing up in Maine. As the 7 looks to the inside of the 75, going into turn 1, I believe, yes. Looks like he's going to complete that pass here on... Oh, no. 75 fighting back to the inside, getting into the S's. Got to watch those yellow turtles, and so far so good for everyone. Nobody bouncing over him as Travis Rodriguez is able to secure that position. Minimize mistakes. The name of the game here at COTA. These trucks are a lot of fun to drive. I drove in the Cup Series race, and I'm terrible at this track. I started terrible, and I finished pretty terrible as well. But, I got better as it went along. But these trucks, I'm being told, handle so much better, or at least turn in so much better. They are running a bit, a lower speed. So that, I'm sure, helps quite a bit as well. A little less power accelerating up off these turns, and just a lot more turn in. So we are working lap 2 of 35. Okay, Greg Barnett. Let's see what happened with Greg back here. Yes, Greg just gets a little bit of a slide. What really wasn't too terrible. All right, we saw that something happened with Michael Boone as well. It looks like the same section of track that Greg Barnett had his issue on here in this left-hander. Nope, I'm not sure why it scored him that way or was telling me of an issue, but looks all right to me. All right, let's go ahead and go back. Travis Rodriguez is still your leader. Travis is out to a 2.6 second lead now over Michael Kerjelak. So he's pulled away a bit as Michael Kerjelak is been battling with the 75 of James Nelson, was finally able to get around James, and that buck kicker number 86 Ford. Rodriguez has pulled out to about 3.5 seconds now over this battle. These guys get to race into which now there will be a caution. It's going to group everybody back up again. You know, I said I was terrible in the Cup car, and I managed not to go a lap down. We ran, a little bit longer stages. I think it was another maybe lap longer, and was able to stay on the lead lap. So I think everyone will be okay here as far as staying on the lead lap. Michael Boone is currently in the last place position, and he is 34 seconds behind the leader. But this is 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 21 seconds, the best lap that's been run around here by, and that was by Travis Rodriguez on his last lap. So yeah, it's a long way around here. So don't worry if your favorite driver's having an issue. Don't be concerned with it. It's a long race. I know it's 35 laps, but 35 laps here at COTA is forever. Let's see what happened with Adam Angerstein or Angerstein. And again, this could be just the software telling me that there's an issue with him when there's really nothing. Oh, no. Okay, there it is. Yeah, just kind of a little off-track incident. Cost him a few seconds. As Adam continues running in the 8th position. Check that 9th position now. Curtis Sauber is in the 8th position. Greg Barnett right ahead in 7th. In front of him is Ben Campbell. Oh, Ben leaped on me there a little bit. And the Resurrection Detail, number 26 of Chad Snyder, made his way up into the 5th position. Kenneth Pack is 4th. James Nelson has dropped 1 position to the 3rd position. Michael Kerjelak has gained 2 spots, now running 2nd. And a whopping 4 seconds ahead of the entire field right now is Travis Rodriguez. As long as he doesn't muck it, he'll be in good shape. And yes, I said muck it. I won't put that mojo on Travis. Moving on back through the field. This is a great battle as we see the 16 move to the inside of the 86. And Michael Kerjelak to try to take that 3rd position. The drag racing down the fast part of the speedway here. He falls back in line. See if he gains a little more on under braking here. I think Kenneth maybe turned in a little sharper than he wanted to. Lost a little bit of that speed, where Kerjelak was able to keep the momentum going. Battle now is between the 16 and the 26. So Tyrone Yo may have had a little incident. We'll take a look at that. Again, I apologize if it gives us nothing. Oh, kind of flashed out there, so well, let's see. Yeah, he's just under braking. Maybe has a little too much rear brake in it. Caused that truck just to come on around when he applied the brakes there. Back up front, your leader is Travis Rodriguez. He's out 5 seconds over James Nelson. They're starting this lap. Let's see if we can jump on board. I can find us a camera here. He's going through turn 1. We're going to try to jump on board with Travis Rodriguez and kind of watch a lap around this circuit. Yeah, as you can see here, Travis is really, really, really consistent with his steering inputs. You know, you're not seeing a whole lot of correction, like he's getting extremely loose. I mean, obviously there's a little bit of correction when you're hard accelerating. Oh, not sure what's happening there. If it missed the shift, maybe. I know he was having some pedal problems. I'm hoping that doesn't come back to bite him here. But so far, so good, as he's out to... He lost a little bit of time there. He's out to 4.6 seconds over James Nelson now. As we're continuing down the long straight, this next hard left hairpin turn. I don't know the turn numbers, folks. I know there's 20 of them, but I don't know what number we're in. My display, unfortunately, doesn't give me that, so I can't really tell you. I do believe we're coming up on the carousel here. Turn 19, heading down to turn 20. Hard on the brakes. Get that turn in. Can accelerate long straight here to the start finish line. Carrying a lot of speed up this hill, but then you're going to go into braking like right now and into turn 1. So yeah, that's a lap around the speed or the circuit here at COTA with the leader, Travis Rodriguez. Now this is lap 6, folks, so at the conclusion of this lap, we will have a caution flag. That caution flag is for the stage break. There are 13 trucks, so only 12 in the field, or 12 that actually took the start. 10 of these drivers will get points based on the finishing position within the stage. So stage points are allotted. Now, if you are the stage winner, you get 1 stage point that you carry over into the playoffs if you make the playoffs, which is very, very, very important. So that's why for Travis to be out front and win this thing, that's what he wants to do, win each stage and ultimately win the race. But it's so important to get that 10 points that he'll get for the race and the additional 1 point that he gets to carry with him into the playoffs. James Nelson is 6 seconds back in the second position, being challenged by Michael Kurgelak. Chad Snyder sitting in the 4th position with Kenneth Pack in 5th. Ben Campbell 6th. Curtis Salburn 7th. 8th is Adam Engerstein. Greg Barnett is 9th. I asked Adam how to pronounce his name, and he just won't give me a straight answer. Greg Barnett is 9th, and 10th is Nathan Christensen. So those drivers, currently Nathan Christensen is about 5.9 seconds ahead of Michael Boone, who's in 11th. So as long as he doesn't have any incident, he's going to get at least he'll get that 1 point for finishing 10th at the end of this lap if he maintains that position. Now, obviously, folks in front of him could have trouble, and he gains more points than that. Just trying to give you a rundown of what's going to happen here. I'd like to thank you all for joining us here at the Sim World Racing Network for the All-American Racing League. Yeah, as I see, okay, Scott Pack says, let's go 16 and 75. Keep it on the track and go to the front looking for a good race. Yeah, I hope they're giving you a good race here. I think the 75 is in 2nd position at the moment. And Kenneth is back in 5th. So yeah, good runs here in the first stage. Now I thought we were getting the stage break on lap. Oh, you know what? It's not lap 6. It's lap 7, folks. I told you wrong. I read it wrong. But yeah, so at the end of this lap, so go get it, guys. Michael Bover, I know he wanted to be with us tonight, was unable to be here. I said wishes he had this track. Can't wait to get back to racing next week. Michael, we'll see you then, bud. Thank you for watching. Right here on the Sim World Racing Network for the All-American Racing League Truck Series. Brought to you by Callahan Cox Motorsports. You guys be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Say hello in the chat if you haven't yet. If you have, you keep on talking, keep on rooting on your favorite drivers. James Nelson's in second, still holding off Michael Kerjelak for that second position. Second place gets 9 points. So it starts first gets 10, second gets 9. It's just like they do in the NASCAR series. The points are all the same. The races are all the same all season long. The off weeks may fall a little differently than what you're normally see, but yeah, it's the same point structure. There's no points for leading a lap. There's no points for leading the most laps or any of that mess. A little off track for the 26 Toyota of Chad Snyder, but it wasn't bad. Just got to drop the tires off a little bit. So we're riding along or following along with Kenneth Pack. Kenneth Pack's about 11 seconds over the 67 of Benny Campbell. Okay, it says we're on lap 8 now as the caution flies. Looks like we have Travis Rodriguez was your leader, James Nelson second, third Michael Kerjelak, fourth Chad Snyder, fifth Kenneth Pack, sixth Benny Campbell, seventh Curtis Auburn, Greg Barnett was eighth, ninth was Adam Ingerstein, Nathan Christensen 10th. Those guys will score the points. Something going on with Adam back there. I don't know. He dropped another position. Maybe he had to give that spot back. But this was the stage break. They're going to pace around to where they can start their pit stops, and we'll follow along closely with that. We're sitting outside turn 20 now. So as they come around, I don't know, well, they may not be picking up the pace car. We may have to pace one more lap before getting to pit, because the timing of the caution didn't allow for the pace car to get out ahead of these drivers. So unfortunately, I believe we will be pacing an additional lap. Kind of is what it is. While we're waiting for this and before pit stops, let's go ahead and get another commercial break out of the way. Pay some bills here, folks. You won't miss a thing. We'll be right back.
Back to more racing action right after this. Looking for a safe, effective cleaning system? Look no further. G-Tech Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers, certified by the EPA as a safer choice product. G-Tech can be used quickly and safely to remove soils and stains from most surfaces. Give them a call at 770-967-6988 or visit them on the web at mygtech.com. G-Tech, 5346 BBS Way, Brazelton, Georgia. G-Tech, your one stop for professional, eco-friendly cleaning products. For tailgating activities or just plain backyard fun, look no further than Holio. Made to order cornhole bags and boards. No order is too large or too small. You can choose unfinished or finished with stain and polyurethane, and finished with a vinyl design or your company branding. Don't wait for the season to be over. Contact Holio on Facebook. Holio, made to order cornhole bags and boards. Now back to trackside act of the All-American Racing League.
Okay, as we finally caught back up with the pace car here, let's go ahead and bring in our stage winner for a quick comment. I still want to talk, well, yeah, let's go ahead and bring him back in here. Travis Rodriguez, Dave in the booth, man. We just talked to you, sitting on the pole. You went out and led all of these laps, or well, I believe you led them all so far. I don't think anyone else led one. You did get passed by the 75 early on, but how you feeling about that truck?
It feels good. I mean, you can kind of feel the tire fall off pretty quickly, so the lap time definitely slowed down quite a bit after that one lap that you turn on a fresh set, but it feels good so far. Other than that, yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, this next stage break will be coming at lap 15, so that's going to be a bit of a short run. So good luck on the next part of this, man. We just wanted to give you a shout there since you are the Stage 1 winner. Get maximizing those points, man. Good luck out there.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yep. All right, we got a little bit of time before, so I'm going to try to bring Kenneth Pack in and see how his race is going. Kenneth, this is Dave in the booth. How's you doing, man?
It's loose.
It's loose.
There's no other way to say it. It's loose.
Well, man, you're
everywhere.
You're hanging on to a 5th place spot right now. That's good stage points. But you say it's loose. Is there any? There's not a whole lot, I guess, you can do about that, other than with maybe some brake bias. Do you have any adjustment there?
Yes, we can do that. We're gonna do that.
Absolutely.
On this pit stop. Well, we can do it. I can do it now, but it's loose everywhere. Left-handers, right-handers.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
sometimes it's better to drive a loose truck, but if it's too loose, yeah, it's kind of hard to hold on to. But I imagine it's 4 tires here, yes?
Yes.
All
4
right.
tires, fuel, and go.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, listen, I just wanted to give you a shout there, see how your race was going, and I appreciate you talking with me, and we'll send you back.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. That was Kenneth Pack in that number 16 Prisma Health Chevrolet. It's a good looking paint scheme on that truck. All right, we're gonna catch some pit stops coming here very, very soon. So we see the pace car coming through. Coming by our camera now here at turn 19. Should see every driver down. I mean, you're going to want fresh tires. As Kenneth was saying, loose. First thing he says is loose, then that truck is loose. So they're heading down pit road right now. Yep, not a single truck stays on track. Everyone's down. As would be expected here. 26 laps to go. Now, we do have, a very short run to the next stage. As it looks like the 7 gets in his box. The 75 gets in clean. Try to see which driver gets off pit lane first. 75 gets a good jump out of there. I believe the 7 beat him to the cone. Yes, the 7 will remain the leader. That was a good pit stop by that 75 team, though. Really getting it done there. I believe these guys will probably give us get us on the 1 to go here once they catch the pace car. And everybody's off pit lane now. They'll give it the 1 to go. We'll see the lights go out on the pace car. Yes, we do just then. As they're going to stack these things up. Double file. They may wait till they get a little closer to the end of the lap. I would. If not, I run into people. But I'm not a very good road racer. So these guys have much, much more talent than I do here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series and Cup Series when we come to these road courses for sure. Okay, after pit stops, let's go ahead and run through the field. Travis Rodriguez is your leader. James Nelson is second. Looks like third is going to go to the butt kicker machine of Michael Kerjelak. Fourth will be Chad Snyder. Kenneth Pack remains in the 5th position. Outside Kenneth will be Benjamin Campbell, in that 67 truck. And then Curtis Sauburn is 7th with Greg Barnett outside in 8th. Nathan Christensen will roll off 9th with Michael Boone on his outside, rolling off the 10th position. Tyrone Yo rolls off in 11th with Adam Ingerstein rounding out the field in 12th. When we restart, we'll come to 25 to go. However, pit stops, let's see, the next lap 15 will be the next caution. So really we're going to have a 5-lap run here to the caution flag. So it's kind of going to be about getting everything you can. We're going to see them hustle these trucks this 5 laps, I imagine, to get as much track position as you can coming to the end of this next stage, so you can get those point payouts. You see the drivers swerving back and forth to get a little bit of heat in these tires, because the last thing you want to do is sail it off into turn 1, go to hit your brakes. Your brakes need warmed up, so you go to hit your brakes, and you're on cold tires, cold brakes, and that thing just pushes on forward, slides straight through turn 1. You could end up in the side of another truck, or spin out and end up off the track, which is not what you want to do here. Again, we've seen that it takes a little bit to get going and going, especially if you're towards the front and that happens, then you've got to kind of wait for all these other trucks to just go by, and it's a sickening feeling sitting there on the side of the track, spun around, and you got to wait for everyone to blow by you before you can even get your truck righted and heading in the right direction. Right, buckle your seatbelts, folks. Here we go. So we're coming through turn 19 now, heading to turn 20. Leader will be restarting up here just a little bit. Not sure where the restart zone is here exactly. I don't know that they use a Geico restart zone, or if they have one. So I think they go on the green flag. Green is out. 7 gets a good jump. Gets clear of the 75 as the 75 rushes off on that outside. Gonna have to try to work the outside of the 7 here. Makes a good turn. James Nelson now has the advantage once again. He did this at the start of the race as well. Your new leader, James Nelson. Again, these guys are really going to hustle these trucks around here, trying to get those valuable stage points. A stage win would be, a huge for the 75 to carry that stage point on to the playoffs. If he is to make it, which I have no doubt that he will make it to the playoffs. So a win here would secure that, because it's a win and you're in, folks. If you win a race here in the Truck Series, you are in the playoffs, as long as you complete the minimum amount of races here. As we see the 7 overtake the 75, swings a little wide, 75 back to the inside. So they're heading down the long straight. 75 falls back in line. It's going to be heavy braking at the bottom of the hill. 75 looking to the inside. Into this hairpin turn. Tries to outbrake the 7. He's able to do it as the 7 swings wide. New leader again, James Nelson. And that Auto Serve 75 truck. He also graciously runs an SWRN logo there on the back. We appreciate him doing that. This will be the first lap that the If the 75 holds on to it here, this will be the first lap that the 7 did not lead. And new leader, 75. Again, no bonus points for leading a lap, but hey, that's to say, hey, I led it. You really want to lead that last one. So both get really good turns into one. Chad Snyder makes his way around Michael Kerjlak into that third position. Oh, hit the, as you saw, the 75 hit that turtle, as we call them. Those things shoot your truck way up in the air, makes it horribly uncomfortable to run. You got to stay off of those. If you hit those, you'll end up with your truck wrecked if you're not careful. Seems I'm reporting something happened with Greg Barnett. Again, we'll have to just take a look and see if it's factual information or not. As he's heading into turn 1, looks like under heavy braking. Yeah, it looks like his tires were just didn't get a braking enough. No harm, no foul. Didn't hurt anything there. Just slowed him up, maybe a little bit slower corner than what he wanted. Back up front, Travis Rodriguez has retaken that lead. He's trying to stretch it out over the 75, but James says, nope, not happening. Not going to let you go that easy. So we're here at 24 laps to go in the circuit of the America's All-American Racing League Truck Series. So we see Chad Snyder swing a little bit wide back there. Kerjlak says, you give that to me too many times, I'm gonna pounce on it. So something happened with Adam Angerstein. Let's see what we've got going on with him. Yes, Nathan Christensen. Oh yeah, so he drove it in a lot harder than Nathan did right there. And then to avoid hitting Nathan, he just kind of pitched it in even more, which good on him. I mean, he realized that he had drove it in too deep, so he went ahead and pitched the truck to keep from taking out the 3. It's good sportsmanship there, because the 3 would have no idea that he was going to drive in that deep. Wow, as we see the 7 hits one of those turtles and gets airborne there just a bit. No change for Kenneth Pack. He's still rolling in the 5th position. We'll try to watch this truck for a minute and see if we see that loose condition he was talking about, or if he was able to get it snugged up any. I mean, it looks really stable through that section, but let's check a couple of the corners here. Looked really good through there. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was able to get that brake bias adjusted enough to make that truck do a lot better under braking and not be so loose. Because what you're doing there is when you put more front brake in it, you're transferring weight to the front of the truck. And to loosen your truck a little bit under braking, you can run the pressure down in percentage below 50%. And it'll transfer that braking to the back, which really loosens the truck and can help you corner. But if you've got to turn too much, then you'll end up with a very, very loose racetrack. Chad Snyder took over that second. Let's see if we can find that. Missed so many of these passes. I want to see if we can catch that pass. Oh, that's not the one. So we see the 75 working to the inside of Juggles there. Oh, he just gets loose off the corner. loses all that time, and 26 pounced on it. So there's how Chad Snyder got that second position. And he's currently just less than a second behind Travis Rodriguez. So Chad Snyder has turned it up a bit. You see the battle for first comes down to just a half a second. The weather here in Texas currently showing 97 degrees Fahrenheit with a track temperature of 135, I believe. This weather hasn't been very accurate lately because that's not the track. So showing track temperature of 97 degrees Fahrenheit. 70 degrees outside. I'm not sure what that 135 is. Oh, it's 135 degrees, whatever. So anyway, it's 70 degrees outside with 97 degrees track temperature. So it's a cool day in Austin. I believe it's in Austin. We can get some here's your last lap times if you'd like to see how quickly each driver is getting around the track in the last lap at least. So Rodriguez is making around 20 at a 221 flat. Snyder to 221.4. Nelson a bit quicker with a 221.2. Battle is on for second position as the 75 is now trying to pull alongside there down the long straight. Can't quite make it happen. Can't get the grip off the corner to pull alongside the 26 of Chad Snyder. Falls back in line. Try to use the draft down the straight here. Maybe try to outbrake him into that tough left-hander at the bottom of the heel. '86 Kerjelak trying to work back on the outside. Swings a little wide. This is the SimWorld Racing Network. You're watching the All-American Racing League Truck Series Circuit of the Americas. Race 5 of the season here for the All-American Racing League Truck Series. Kind of a short series. I mean, a short series for the trucks. They don't run. I think it's 25 races or something of the like. 75 is really working it. He swings a little wide, trying to get those valuable stage points. But we are at stage caution. 21 laps to go. It looks like they may have went ahead and thrown that just a bit early so we could pick up the pace car to avoid all that eye pacing that was happening. And I believe we did this in the Cup Series too. Just missed it that first time around. So yeah, the pace car will get out in front of them this lap. That way we'll be able to pit this next time by. So your top 10 look like this. Travis Rodriguez is the stage 2 winner with Chad Snyder in second. James Nelson third, Michael Kerjelak fourth, Kenneth Pack in fifth, Benny Campbell sixth, Curtis Sauber seventh, Nathan Christensen eighth, Adam Ingerstein ninth, with Tyrone Yo getting that last point in 10th. So it's very, very close to what it was the first stage. Now there's some of it shuffled up a bit, sure, but I know Chad Snyder's probably. We're going to go ahead and talk to Chad again here. We'll talk to him after the pit stop and kind of get a word with him, because I pulled him in a little too late last time, and we really didn't get a word with him. But and we've talked to Juggles enough. Hey, I'm going to leave him alone for this last stage so he can run this the last 18 or so laps out without having to think about what I don't have any more questions for him. Let's face it. Maybe we'll talk to him after the race. If he's in the top 3, we'll definitely be talking to him. But we'll try to get Chad Snyder in here next. If you got some stuff to clean at home, whether you need something a little more powerful to throw in your laundry, or if you need to clean your air compressor in your garage, or clean your tools, check out G-Tech. G-Tech Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers. Check them out at buygtech.com. Jump over to the website, check it out. Look, it gives you all the information about, it's eco-friendly. This is some safe product. Be sure to check it out. Get you some of it. It cleans stuff up sparkling clean. Do it. Pace car brings him around here nice and slow. This is about my speed driving around this track. So this is where I'm most comfortable, is when the pace car's out. When I'm driving it, for sure. But obviously these guys like to run a little quicker than this. There's no fun in iPacing for the ones that are good at this kind of stuff. At ovals, I don't want any cautions for the most part. Stage breaks are fine. On SimWorld Racing Network on Tuesday nights, you can check out our Cup Series, All-American Racing League, running the next gen cars, following the NASCAR schedule. Our dates aren't the same, obviously, but we are following that schedule and point system the full season. So check us out over there. Again, you can find us or contact us, All-American Racing League, at facebook.com/All-American Racing League. On Friday nights, join us over here on SWRN for the Quick Finisher Racing League. A lot of the same drivers from this series and from AARL are in QFRL, Quick Finishers Racing League. Jump over there on Friday nights, as they're also following the full season. Just finished up at, I believe we just ran at Vegas over there. No, maybe it was Hotlanta. It was Hotlanta. So we'll be at Vegas next Friday as we see the trucks heading down pit road. Everybody's in. Everybody's taking tars. I say everybody's in because Michael Boone is still quite a ways behind here, but he's going to make it around here, jump on pit road. We see the left side's going up on these trucks. 7 is down. 75 is down. Looks like the biggest loser there is going to be Chad Snyder. Wow, Michael Boone stayed out. So that's interesting. All right, new leader, Michael Boone. Michael Boone stayed out. He is now the leader of the race. I don't know. Let's see when it was the last lap. Oh, he had just pitted. So he pitted on lap 15. before the caution flag. But no, now I see he's dropping. He's waiting. He must have got a black flag for entering a closed pit. Because typically we close the pits right before the caution flag for the stage break comes out. So he must have pitted while it was closed. Your leader is Travis Rodriguez. Let's go ahead and grab, we're going to grab him real quick, Chad Snyder, just to say hi. See how his race is going. Chad Snyder, you got Dave in the booth. Hey, man. So real quick, I want to talk to you here before we get going again. I got you a little sooner this time. So what happened there on the pit stop? It looks like you came in P2, did you not?
I came in P2, but driver had a brain fart and came in too far left, so I had to kind of adjust myself there.
Oh.
But not too terribly worried about it. We've got pretty good pace in our Resurrection Detail Toyota here. Just been capitalizing on people's mistakes and trying to run clean, fast laps, and it seems to have worked out so far. Just got to hope that these guys kind of overstep it a little more, man. Was having a hell of a race with James Nelson there in the last lap of that stage. Trying to keep him behind me and was able to. So we got some good stage points for tonight, which is good considering I missed 2 races. So,
we were watching that battle between you and the 75, kind of handing it back and forth there a couple times or whatnot. Or actually, you getting around him. He slipped up, you got around him, and then he got back to your bumper, and you guys battled it out there. Looked like you even ran down the 7 a bit there for a while. So, man, I'm gonna send you back, let you get concentrating for this restart. I don't want to hold you too long, but did want to get another word with you since we cut you short the last time.
Yeah, man, no worries. I appreciate you guys doing the broadcast. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the 7's just toying with us and trying not to overstep. But yeah, he's running hell of a race tonight, and nobody's really been able to touch him. The 75, the 67, they're all fast. So I've still got my work cut out for me, but like I said, we got a fast Toyota here, so I'm gonna see what I can do with it.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck. Hopefully, we're talking to you after the race.
Yeah, man.
Joshua Hetrick, Dave in the booth. You got me?
Hey, I got you, bud.
Yeah, man. We saw you in practice out there, but looks like you missed the start. Was that intentional, or were you just getting some practice? Or
Not intentional at all. Sim locked up, computer somebody said that it showed invalid packet loss on me, and I was stuck with 1:57 of time left in qualifying for about 3 minutes.
Oh, that is unfortunate, man.
Backed out of the sim, tried to come back in, and it still thought I was in the sim, so I had to restart everything. By that point, I was 5 laps down. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, you'll get better than the provisional points, so you will get a 13th place finish here. Unfortunately, you miss out on the stage points and stuff, but I believe you are top 5 currently in the truck points.
Probably not after tonight, but yeah.
Yeah, it may hurt you a little bit, but yeah, man. Well, listen, I can send you back, or you're welcome to hang out up here in the booth if you want.
That's up to you, bud. I'll help you out the best I can if you want. If you don't want to listen to me, I'll disappear too.
Were you able to get on sim?
Yeah, I'm back into it now.
Okay, great. Well, we'll just keep you up here then. So,
all right.
Good. We have a co-host now, as Dave Lafano is out. Like I said, the green flag is out. 67 spins his tires. 26 gets to his inside and takes over that position as they head towards 1.
Yep, Juggles down on that inside. Let's see if he can keep James behind him. James has got him the last couple restarts here.
Yeah, that's what we were noticing as well, and it looks like he's going to do it again. He gets that, so because of the being in that outside lane, it looks like he gets position going in, but no, Juggles is able to battle back and secure that position.
Oh, big. Those things will get you.
Yeah, I was trying to explain to the folks at home, what that's like, and it's very aggressive when you hit those because you're shooting the truck up. It looked like 2 feet off the ground on that one side.
Yeah, it'll really shoot that thing, and you have no grip because you're only on 2 tires. Trucks don't like being on 2 tires.
No, not at all, man, not at all. So, I know you did run some practice laps, and I forgot to ask the other guys about it. And I don't believe you ran the Cup. Did you run the Cup race?
I did not. No.
Okay, but you've driven the Cup car, but it's the 67 gets a little bit of the 16 and turns them sideways. They get it going again, but Kenneth Pack will fall to the 9th position over that one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but so that I had heard some drivers saying that the truck turns in pretty good. much better than that next gen car does.
Yeah, they turned out really good. One thing I did notice, and I don't remember exactly with the Cup, but the downshifting, if you really get ahead of yourself too much, getting down into first on these big ones, you will get a lot of wheel hop, and then it's a fight to either not spin out or just get it woed down.
Yeah, and I didn't experience any wheel hop whatsoever in the next gen car. I think it's just designed to be able to withstand that a little more. The trucks get a lot more wheel hop, you're right. So we see a battle between Curtis Sauber and Michael Kerjlak for that 4th position. Curtis currently has it, and Michael wants it. 18 laps to go in the All-American Racing League Truck Series circuit of the Americas here in Texas.
I was sitting in there talking with the boys a little bit and wanting to, we'll give him a little shout out. I know you just brought him in, but Chad Snyder here lately. We've talked, first got into the iRacing and everything. Chad was not a very good road racer, and he put in a lot of work for that Daytona 24 we did. Apparently a lot here lately, so he's running really good. Had a little issue on pit road, but he's working his way back up.
Yeah, we were able to pull him in and talk to him a little bit about that issue on pit road. He just said he kind of had the way he put it was a brain fart. And that happens from time to time out here. There's so much going on. Dude, anytime you have to turn right, I lose my whole thinking. I think my brain goes out the window as soon as I have to turn right.
It's definitely a change, you know, coming over to these things from when we've been running GT3s or the GTP cars. These don't want to turn anyway, and other than going straight at a track like this. So it's a handful the entire way around.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. So Adam Angerstein has moved his way. Is it Stein or Steen?
I always grew up calling him Angerstein, but he tells me either way he doesn't care. So I'm still
That's what I was telling the folks at home. I said I can't get an answer out of him either way. So
his dad always said Angerstein, so that's what I always went with.
If that's what his dad goes with, that's what we're going with right here on SimWorld Racing Network. Adam Angerstein has moved his way up into that 6th position, so he's really turning it on here late. He and Curtis Sauber, they kind of rode around the first 2 stages and really, gained stage points in both stages for both of those drivers. But looks like now they're kind of turning up the pace a bit and walking these trucks, trying to make some spots up for this finish here 17 laps from now.
Yeah, Adam hasn't had much luck. I'm not sure if he's really gotten into a race yet, so he's learning these things again a little bit and having a really good run here, trying to get up to that 6 truck.
Yeah, no, and I made mention of that as well. He's joined a couple of the Cup races for the All-American Racing League, but was unable to start for whatever reason in each instance. This is the first race that I was kind of concerned whether or not he'd be able to start this one, but he did, as you can see, and is running very well in the 6th position. For
good to have him.
A team you're familiar with.
Yeah, the Assault Motorsports guys. Yep.
Yeah. For the folks at home, that's also that's a team that Josh kind of runs there, or got started in Assault Motorsports. They had a fairly strong team for quite a while in the All-American Racing League. So
we did. There was some internal issues too. Everybody knows about that, but I don't know if it's so much a team anymore with the way things are kind of spread out in the league anymore. But it's still fun to have it.
Absolutely.
Have it on the car every once in a while.
Sure. So I didn't know. So Travis Rodriguez is I guess not with Assault anymore. Is he Artemis? Is that what it is?
That's what he wanted to start his own truck thing, so I believe that's what he's running under and running fast right now. As long as he can keep it under him.
Yeah, he's a 2.5 now. The first stage he pulled out to some 6 seconds over the field. We'll have to just see if he can stretch it out again. But James Nelson is not going away.
I wonder if that's a little gamesmanship too on the tires. We've had those 2 stages real short. Didn't have to worry about tire wear. Now do you slow it down so you don't have to pit as early, or do you go full out and pit early and deal with it later?
Yeah, that's a very valid point, because that is one thing that I believe Travis was saying. Tires are important. Tires go away quickly here. I had Kenneth Pack in the booth, and he was telling us that his truck was very, very loose throughout the entire run. So if you're driving a loose truck, then you're definitely going to be scrubbing some tire getting a lot of tire wear. So yeah, you're right. Maybe he's just trying not to stretch it out as much right now. His lap times are his last lap time was the fastest lap time of the race, though. So I don't know what I'm talking about up here.
Well, and it maybe James has picked it up too. We don't know what anybody's doing right now, really.
Well, I can tell you this: the last lap by was the best lap for the top four drivers.
Oh, it's go time to them.
Yep. Yeah, there was like, both Juggles and James Nelson were in the 219 bracket, and then Chad Snyder ran his fastest lap there.
And watching here, I'm looking too. So when we started practice, the track temp was at 103. It's dropped down to 93. So they lost 10 degrees. So might be picking up some grip there with that cooler track temp.
Yeah, that's another great point. As the track cools, you will pick up your times. The truck will feel better. Oh, as the 26 really gets that turtle.
Gotta not launch those things over there. That'll really mess you up.
Yeah, I mean,
And
sometimes
mess
you
up the bodywork and things too.
right? So, sometimes you can hit those, and it really doesn't upset the truck too bad. But other times, I don't know, you can hit it the same way this next time, and it seems like it just throws the truck everywhere. I guess it depends on your steering inputs when you land. I don't know.
Goes in deep there. Trying to get to that 75. Can't get to him yet.
Yeah, the gap between the leader and second place, James Nelson, there is 1.6 seconds. Then you're just like 0.6 of a second back to Chad Snyder behind James Nelson. This changes so quickly throughout, and changes often throughout the lap, that the gap does, just depending on where you're better than the driver around you. Obviously, you want to be better than them everywhere, but that's just not feasible.
Yeah, especially a track like this. It's so long. I think it's almost, 4 miles long, 20 turns. There's so many places. Oh, and Chad gets a little loose there.
Oh, off track,
Little mistakes like that. Just too much speed through there. Got the back end around and lost all that ground he had made up on James. Now he's got to do it all again.
Yeah, absolutely. That put him some 4 seconds behind James, where he was right there within the, close to a half second. So that was very costly for him. Now, it is another 4 seconds back to Michael Kurgelak, so he's still able to hold on to the third position currently, but is definitely not happy about that, especially since we're not going to have another caution flag.
Nope, and that's all going to come down to that pit stop here in a little bit. I'm trying to think, they took the green flag on lap 18, if I'm right.
Yeah,
either 18 or 19, somewhere around there, and from what I've seen, you can get about 11, maybe 12 laps of fuel out of these things.
Okay, all right.
So yeah. Then if we're gonna split it up, you're gonna go long, you're gonna go short, and see how everybody plays it out there.
Yeah, I mean, so if you short pit, then you can make up some time, but you may lose that time on the far end of the finish of the race. However, look on the opposite end of the spectrum. If you stay out long, you may lose time to the guys who pit earlier, but then you make that up, coming to the finish. So it really depends on, I guess, how your truck is handling and how you feel about the tire set that you're on currently, I guess. How much you've abused it a particular lap, right?
I would think the guys probably like Juggles up there and James, seems like they're pretty well set, so I would imagine they'd probably go long. Some of these other guys sliding around a little bit, try to go short and hope that they can gain a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if I were Chad Snyder, we did see him, like you say, slide off track. Now, he hit some grass there, so may not have done a whole lot to his tires, except for the part where he was sliding off track. He may have something to gain there because he did lose, again, he's 4.6 seconds back. He has closed in just a bit on James Nelson, cutting that time down. But that may be something to his advantage, is to try the short pit.
Yep. If he gets it within a lap or something, it's not going to hurt him too much. He'll get a lap of good tires. But if he comes in and James stays out 4 or 5 laps longer, then he'll be in a little more of a vulnerable position late in the run.
Yes, back in the pack here. We see, the 38 tries to outbrake 38 of Greg Barnett tries to outbrake Curtis Sauber for that 8th position and locks up all 4 wheels, sliding off the track. He's definitely going to want a set of tires. He just really pissed off those tires.
He's been struggling, but he's hanging in there, and he's moving up at least in that top 10. See if he can keep it up there in front of Michael Boone.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, to give an update on Kenneth Pack, who we saw have an issue there about 5 laps ago, he has rebound to the 6th position, so he is refocused. I mean, I believe it was the 67 that's just in front of him, kind of got into him there just a bit, and it cost them both a few positions, and they're both making their way back up through with Benny Campbell sitting in 5th and Kenneth Pack in 6th.
Yep, 2 guys having pretty good runs. I know Kenneth is real fast in practice, so I'm not thinking he's going to be real happy with where he's sitting.
No, and he's some 19 seconds behind the leader currently. So really, it would either be, a problem on the 7 and James Nelson and Chad Snyder and those guys to get him up there in the front. But anything can happen here. If you get caught speeding, it's game over. You're gonna play hell catching up again if you get caught speeding.
Especially like you said, road course, so there's no cautions whether or not somebody spins out, they get into each other. It's green from the rest of the way here.
Yes, we got Michael Boone, the first truck down pit road. He's down getting his service, getting fresh tires on that number 5 Chevrolet.
Seems a little. Oh, it looks like there's some smoke coming out of it. So I wonder if he had an issue somewhere else.
Oh yeah, let's go back. I think I have that on replay here. Let's go back and take a look at that. See what might have happened with him. We see Barnett and Michael Boone's heading down into the corner. Turn 20. Oh no, worst place you could have had it happen. He's coming through turn 20.
Ooh, and there it is.
It just hooks him around and into the wall. There's not many places you can hit a wall here, but this straight stretch right here is one of them. And he just pulled it on around. And that was a smart move to go ahead and just pull around the wall to pit lane, try to get this thing fixed, rather than limp it around the entire track, chance to blowing up your motor or something.
It gives him a chance to maybe get back out there and gain some points.
Absolutely. Now, he's still sitting on pit road, so it must have been quite a bit of damage. I don't know if he didn't get his quick repair, or maybe he already used his quick repair. They get one fast repair here in this series, as we're at 12 laps to go in the Circuit of America's race for the All-American Racing League Truck Series, brought to you by Callahan Cox Motorsports. Travis Rodriguez is out to 4.1 seconds over James Nelson. James is 4.3 seconds over Chad Snyder. The field is very spread out. 5 seconds back behind Chad to Michael Kurgelak. And then another 5 seconds. It's crazy how they're evenly spread by about 4 to 5 seconds per driver.
You got a nice, maybe a little bit of a battle still with the 16 and the 67. And it looks like Adam may have had issues. It looks like Curtis got around him. They're right next to each other, door to door.
Yeah, absolutely. As Adam's trying to battle back to the back of the 6 of Curtis Sauber. Curtis pulls away by just a bit. This is the closest battle on the track. Looks like the 16 of Kenneth Pack was able to get around Ben Campbell. See if we can catch the replay on that. See where that pass occurred. Oh yeah, so the 67 coming out of the S's, coming down into the hairpin, just kind of gets it in a little hard, and the truck gets loose on him, washes out the track. The 16 passes him in the long straight.
Little mistakes like that when you're running that close, coming to those fast parts of the track. If you get too wide and can't get back to that throttle, ooh, smoke somewhere out of somebody.
Michael Kurgelak looks like he's had an issue on track. We'll see what happened with him. Oh, he just gets it completely sideways. Actually saved the truck there. So hell of a save.
Yeah.
Oh,
now
no,
he's got
then
the 16 coming
okay.
down into him too.
So he got those trucks, he got those tires hot, sliding off the turn before that. Now the 16 is bearing down on him. Once you slide your tires, it takes a good bit of track before they cool down enough to start sticking the way they should. So we rejoin this battle, now a three-way battle between Michael Kurgelak, Kenneth Peck, and Benny Campbell.
Real close battle here. Looks like the 9 must have had more issues. I'm looking here on the relative, and he's back behind the 38 now with Tyrone coming up on him.
Yeah, his truck
Other issues for Adam.
Yeah, his truck looks clean. Must have been a spin or an off track. I don't see it unless it was just a push off track. Yeah, it looks like he went off track there just a bit ago. And Greg Barnett was able to get past him.
Tires getting heated up now. Long run. Gonna be little mistakes. See who can keep it together for these last. We got 10 more laps, I believe.
Yeah, we're coming to 10 to go. James Nelson is still about 4.6 seconds behind Rodriguez. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this Rodriguez's first? Would this be his first win if he's able to bring it home?
This would be his first official win in any of the AARL leagues.
Yeah, I know he's had a few of them get away from him. So we'll hope we're not going to get him with the broadcaster curse. I don't believe in it this day. So
I hope.
Oh,
it's a little bit. Oh, you were hoping I didn't hear about that, didn't you?
What's that now?
You were hoping I hadn't heard about the broadcaster curse from you yet.
Oh yeah, it's occurred a couple of times. I'm just going to say it's a real thing, but it's not going to happen today.
No, it's not.
That's right.
I got full faith in Juggles. Oh, he's coming to pit road.
Yep, leader to pit road.
See if that brings anybody else.
James
Who
Nelson's
stays out
coming
here?
in.
Nelson's in.
See if Chad Snyder follows suit when he comes around. He's still another. Okay, Chad Snyder's in. So your top 3 drivers have currently hit pit road.
He was. Kurds is coming in here. Kenneth's coming in. Looks like Ben Campbell's going to stay out.
All right, Ben going to run it a little bit long. Oh, as the 75 looks to be inside the... That was weird the way those trucks were sitting on pit road, but... Okay.
Yeah.
Rodriguez
They were
is
talking
off.
about that. This pit road is really tight. Not very wide, and the pit stalls are really short, too.
Yeah, I think what happens is if somebody is long in their box and somebody is short in their box, it makes them look like they're actually touching or inside one another. James Nelson's away. Chad Snyder is now leaving pit road. Kenneth Pack is leaving pit road, 5th position. Michael Kurgelak.
Looks like Kenneth jumped Kurds there in pit road.
Yeah, so Adam Angerstein's still on track. Has not pitted.
Got
since lap
Tyrone.
16.
Curtis is in pit road. Well, Greg Barnett.
Curtis is leaving pit road now. Nathan Christensen has not... No, yeah, he pitted on lap 23, so he pitted a couple laps before these guys did.
Oh.
Your leader, Benny Campbell, still out on track. Has a 4-second lead over Travis Rodriguez. Now, Benny cannot make it on fuel. His last pit stop was on lap 16. Wow, as he gets really loose. Those tires are giving up a bit. The rears are worn out on this truck.
Yeah, he'll have to come here. We'll see how he falls behind Juggles here, if he was able to gain anything, but I don't think so. That 7 truck is flying down on him right now.
Yeah, the 7's liable to get him before we get to the start, before he gets to pit road. We'll see if he hits pit road this time by. That truck is super loose. You see Juggles within 1.8 seconds of our leader in the 67, Benny Campbell. He does not.
Oh, he's going to stay out.
Stays out. Gonna make another lap around the circuit here.
Gotta be running low on fuel. Biggest thing is going to be, so he was right with the 16 and the 86, so this is going to be whether or not he jumps those guys trying to do this, but I'm not sure this is going to work out well for him.
Yeah, I think it's, maybe one lap would have been okay. Oh, as he jumps the curb there. Still holding off our leader. But, not our leader, but our eventual leader, Travis Rodriguez. But Travis is still holding a 6.5 second lead over third place James Nelson. So once they pit, that'll be the top two battle for the lead. Or once the 67 comes to pit road. But Benny's doing a good job of keeping that 7 behind him. Which
He's got to make short work of him, though, if he wants to get away from James. James about closed into second there, the last little couple corners. It looks like he's well to the inside of him now, going to get past him.
Yeah, was able to outbrake him, but the 67 gets back to his inside for the long straight here. It's going to be about who can outbrake who into this corner here. I don't know that the 67 will be able to drive it in quite as deep, but we're going to be here for watch it, folks.
Yes, we will.
We are here for it. Not going to tune away from this one yet, as Rodriguez, was able to drive it in a lot deeper with those almost 10 lap pressure tires. Back to the front is Travis Rodriguez and then number 7 Ford. Benny Campbell's super loose once again. Kind of works out for him when he gets loose in that turn. That's where he slid out before, but we see the 75 of James Nelson is now closed within 5.4 seconds of our leader, Travis Rodriguez. Still trying to run down Benny Campbell. Watch Benny see if he pits this time by.
I would assume he would have to.
Yeah. Kenneth Pack.
I mean, the fuel is just losing way too much time to these guys out here.
Well, if you can keep an eye on that, I want to go back and see what happened with Kenneth Pack. It says that
he is
showing
in right now.
Okay, so Benny is on pit road, showing that something happened going into turn 1 with Kenneth Pack, but I'm not sure. He didn't lose any positions with it. Yeah, he just gets in there and gets that 4-wheel slide, kicks the rear end around, helped him turn. Unfortunately, it doesn't upset the tires quite a bit, though.
That 86 get back pretty close to him.
Yeah, that puts the 86 within a second. Within a half second. I mean, he's really back to his rear now within a couple truck lengths as they head back down the start-finish line.
All right, 67 is moving again. He's going to come out behind the 18 or the 16 and the 86. We'll see if those fresh tires let him get past those guys. Now, this is what we were talking about with kind of swapping the strategy there.
Yeah, so he may not be in very bad shape because he is going to have fresher tires, like you say. And as Travis was telling us, Juggles was telling us that the tires go away pretty quickly. So with these fresh tires, the 67 may be able to regain those positions, get back into the top 5. So he might have just taught us something tonight.
He might have. Give her a little rundown here with we got 7 to go.
Yep, we'll be coming to 7 to go. Yep.
The 7 to go looks like Juggles the healthy lead of 3 seconds over James, what I'm showing right now. James not going away from him at the moment. James Nelson running that 2nd place. Chad Snyder up into 3rd. Kenneth Pack into 4th. Michael Kerjelek up into 5th. Benny Campbell, we were just talking about, in 7th, working as, or no, 6th.
Yep.
6th. Mine's all messed up still. I'm still catching up. Curtis Auburn right behind him in 7th. 8th place, Greg Barnett. Adam Angerstein in 10th. Rounding out the top 10, Tyrone Yo having a good run.
Yeah, Nathan Christensen's 11th. And Michael Boone, I believe, is out of the race. think he's
Not seeing him on track. Yeah, he had those issues. Hit that wall and messed up the motor.
Yeah, he caught that inside wall. That was a hard hit. The one place you can hit a wall, that's my luck.
There's a lot of runoff areas. You don't hit a wall too often at this place. You just picked the wrong corner to do it at.
Absolutely, as we are, again, like you said, we're on set. We got 7 laps to go. Juggles currently holds a 6.5 second lead over James Nelson. Behind James, it is another 13 seconds back to Chad Snyder. The one thing about road racing is you don't, if you get a caution, it's a local caution, so you don't get, other than the stage breaks, you don't get a chance to bunch these back up again if somebody has an issue. If the separation happens, it's really hard to get that time back.
Still watching that battle back there that we were talking about between the 86 and the 16, and I just see that 67 continue to creep up on those two. Just to see if that gamble going long is going to pay off for him if he's able to jump them both here soon.
Yeah, he's a second and a half behind Kenneth Pack, and appears to close that in different parts of the track. So, wow,
86 off track.
Around, yeah. So that was very costly to Michael Kerjlek, who loses both those positions. We now have Benny Campbell in 5th with Kenneth Pack in 4th. As Benny Campbell goes off track a bit.
Yeah, he's going for an excursion through the grass.
Yep, was able to pull it back in. Long straightaway here to get the grass off the tires, so no big deal there. Going into the next turn, should be fine for braking. If you'd like to find out more about the All-American Racing League, or if you just joined iRacing, or if you've been on for a while and you decided, hey, I'd like to join a league like this for either the Truck Series or our Cup Series, contact us at facebook.com/All-American Racing League. The admins there get back with you pretty quickly, so just give us a shout. It's a good group of guys from 2 different leagues. The QFRL, Quick Finishers Racing League, and All-American Racing League joined together and still run 2 separate leagues. But it's a lot of the same drivers. Good group of guys to race with. So you can check out QFRL at facebook.com. Search QFRL. They're right there. Can't miss it. Then 6 laps to go. Let's go. These laps are so incredibly long here at COTA. You're 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Last lap by for the leader, which was the fastest lap. I take that back. Fastest lap was Chad Snyder at a 2:21.54 last time by.
That's picking up the pace here. Not sure he's going to have enough time to get to Juggles or even James. Seems a little too far back from those guys. But even if he comes out of here with the top 3, he's got to be happy after the season he's had so far. A lot of bad luck for Chad.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll definitely be happy with this because, it's a road course, and that's something he's wanted to get better at, like you were saying, and has most definitely done so.
67 is within a truck length of that 16 truck now. He is pushing that thing for all it is worth. It is sideways off of every corner.
Yeah, he's got fresher tires and he's using every bit of it.
Yes, he is. He goes to the inside of the 16. I think Ken just says, "You're faster around me." Oh,
he's gonna use that offshoot there just a bit. All right.
He's using every part of the track he can.
And some of them that aren't part of the track. So hey, whatever. That puts him in the 4th position. We're not. There's no DQs here for off-track incidents. Which you can set those, but we're not, because we're not professional enough to do that. I don't think. I was somewhere over. I was over the 100 off-track mark in our Cup Series race there last Tuesday. That's how terrible I am at these races. Is the 67 sideways? Good set. And he decided he's still not got it straightened up, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, way to go, Benny, holding that thing together, getting it back under you. And he's off track
trying to get everything out of that truck he can. Juggles just came across the line. We got 5 to go now. The thing I did notice too, the off tracks here, compared to what you expect when you're watching the races. They kill you. You watch qualifying, you're able to get a little bit of runoff, and in real life, here you take an inch out of the wrong spot, and it invalidates your lap, and you're done.
Yeah, as we see, the 67 he's down the first stretch coming to the start-finish line, and that thing was sideways through the turn, and then it was sideways under throttle. Like I said, you upset those tires, and it takes a while for them to cool off enough to start sticking again, and that's what we saw right there.
He's giving it everything he can. He wants to get up to Chad, but he's got to be soft on those tires here if he wants to have any chance of doing that.
Well, I think he just wants to get away from the 16, get far enough away from him that if something is to happen, he can fix that and get going again before the 16, overtakes him to take over this fourth position. Not sure, like you said, he's going to have time to get to Chad Snyder, although he just gained a whole bunch on Chad to get it down to 10 seconds, 10.3.
Up front, we're talking probably 7 or 8 laps on their tires compared to him. He's only got 5 or 6, depending on where I'm at on that. I don't exactly have correct stuff to know.
So it looks like Ben's only got 2 lap fresher tires than the rest of the field. The last pit stop was on lap 25 for our leaders, and Benny Campbell pitted on lap 27.
Okay.
It seemed like he was out longer than that. These laps are just so darn long.
They are. It takes forever to get around this
place.
But
2 laps is 40 turns, folks. 40 turns. And you are really, really scrubbing these tires to try to make a fast lap here.
Track. For how new the track is compared to some of the others in the U.S., it's old now. The surface is old, it's worn, and it just wants to destroy your tires.
Well, not to mention the speeds. And I think that's what we'll do. I think I'll pull up a little something here and see if I can show. Let's show the speeds on Juggle. So he's coming across the start-finish line now. 146. He actually hit 153 down the straight, down to 29 mile per hour into turn 1. Then he's accelerating again. He's up to 95 starting into the, I guess this is the S's here, 105, 110 through the S's, 120. And now he's having to slow it back down at the end of the S's to, an 80 mile an hour. So you are constantly on the edge of the tire, on the brakes, hard on the brakes, having to woe these things down to get them through a turn. And the only way to do that fast is to actually use that rubber.
First couple times you go out on this track, if you don't know it, you are turned around and it just feels like a circus because there's so much left, right off the bat there with those S's, and it'll just get you backwards.
It took me half a race to figure out how to get through them. He's down this long straight now. Let's see what his top speed is down this long straight before he gets into the hairpin left. I don't know what this straight's called. There's names for everything, but he's at 167 miles an hour, hard on the brakes, downshifting through the gears. And like you say, if you downshift too fast, get too far ahead on your shifting, you can cause it to wheel hop, which is basically a bouncing of that tire. And when you do that, that tire will lock up.
Yep, and it's not touching the ground, which is not good.
No, it's hard to get traction.
Like we talked about, you want all 4 tires on the ground, and if they're not, it's not making lap time or anything, and it's not doing the tires any good when they come back down and scrub off more speed.
So James Nelson must have had a little issue. I'm not really, I didn't catch it, but he's now 13 seconds behind our leader, Travis Rodriguez. And Chad Snyder is within 8.2 seconds of this position with 4 laps to go, coming to 3 to go here at COTA.
Been talking about him, and the fastest guy on track the last lap around was Benny Campbell at 2:21. He is pushing it for everything he's got out of that truck still.
Yeah, he's I think he's still running from Kenneth though, because he's only, he's still 10 seconds back of Chad Snyder. But now 2.3 seconds ahead of Kenneth Pack. That is our closest battle. Well, actually, yeah, that's going to be our closest battle on the track, is between Kenneth Pack and Ben Campbell.
James must have had an issue there last lap of 227, about 5 seconds behind Juggles last lap there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You know, that's when Chad really made up a good bit of time on him there. So I'm not sure, he must have slipped up. Maybe drove it wide in a particular turn, or maybe he wheel hopped. We could have been talking about wheel hopping and he was doing it. Who knows?
So spread out here. So much track to deal with. Makes it nice sometimes if you just get into your rhythm and go. Don't have to worry about somebody coming up and dive bombing you in a corner or anything. Just run your line, run your speed, and like we've talked about, keep it on track and see where you end up.
Oh, as Kenneth Pack has a bit of off-track issue there. He's going to lose quite a bit of time to Ben Campbell. Now Kenneth Pack is looking at Michael Kerjlak breathing down his neck, just 1.8 seconds behind. Kenneth wants to hold on to this top 5 position. Those tires are starting to really get hot and get worn, and it's getting harder and harder to get these things woed down and get them to stick. Even Curtis Sauber had an issue. Let's go see if I can find that right fast. And it was right after Curtis had his issue. So he's coming down the front stretch into turn 1. I'll bet he just has a little off track here. Maybe gets a little slideways. Oh, yep, he's slideways. Almost comes to a complete stop. Locks up that left front. But no harm, no foul. Made the turn.
He's got a pretty sizable gap between him and the 38. 38's got a big gap to the 9. So that whole battle's pretty well spread out there.
Yeah, our closest battle is Michael Kerjlak still trying to catch Kenneth Pack with 2.1 seconds ahead of him.
Looking back, I think Nathan got around Tyrone. Nathan up into the top 10, that final top 10 spot.
Yeah, it always looks good on the stats boards. You know, 11th and 12th, the points difference isn't much. I mean, 10th and 11th. But it shows you another top 10 in your stats. But so this battle is important, and is now definitely our closest battle on the track, as Tyrone is trying to get that back.
Tyrone has been working his butt off here lately and has had a lot of good runs. Want to see him continue to do well. He's one of them too that if you talk to him, he'll tell you he is not a fan of road racing, but he did a heck of a job, as we've talked about before, at the Daytona 24 for that second entry for AARL.
Yeah, and the fans of SimWorld Racing Network got to see Tyrone finish, I believe it was 4th at Atlanta in the Quick Finisher Racing League on Friday night. So just a couple days ago, Tyrone's really picked up we talk about him each and every week because he's getting better and better each and every time he hits the racetrack.
Ready here. 7 truck, the next time he crosses the line will give us that white flag, that last lap.
And we will stay with our leader for that lap. Once he gets around there to take that white flag. Chad Snyder has gained on James Nelson, but really needs James to have a mess up. You know, he's going to have a pretty bad mistake to draw in that extra 7.5 seconds that he needs. Behind Chad, he's got a good amount of time behind him. You know, almost it's 10 seconds back to Benny Campbell.
Joe cross that line and get that white flag.
White flag, final lap here at Circuit of the Americas in the All-American Racing League Truck Series. If Juggles can hang it out just this one more lap, he will get his very first official win in the league here for the All-American Racing League. Not that he hasn't been close before. We're not trying to say that at all.
He's always been close, but just on that edge. Like we've talked about, broadcaster curse, and I don't want to do it to him, but he's just always found that one little mistake that normally takes him out of something.
Yeah, he says, I just don't need to muck it, right?
Don't need to muck it, yeah.
Yep.
That's the polite word for what we really want to say, folks. Because
What he really says.
this kid has been close so many times. I've raced online with Juggles for 11, 12 years. I don't know how long it's been, and if he can finally pull this through, I'll be very excited for this kid.
Yeah, I don't ever want to pick a favorite up here, but it's gonna be nice to see him win a race at some point, whenever that might be. And it looks like it might be today, as he's 17 seconds ahead of James Nelson on this final lap here. So barring any major catastrophe or broadcaster's curse,
At this point, he just needs to ride it out. You don't got to push it. There's no reason to try and push your fastest lap here right now. Just bring this thing around.
yeah, his last lap he ran a 2:22. Which was three
He's not
seconds.
letting up at all.
No, and right there he just kicks it sideways, coming through the whatever that is. Yeah, whatever turn that was there, 17 or something.
Yeah, 13 or 14, I think.
Okay. See, I don't know the numbers. It's not on my track map, so I do know where 20 is.
That last one, he's almost there. This part right there is my favorite part of the track, running it.
So we see our leader,
Long.
Travis Rodriguez.
A 19, you're down to 20. Don't muck it, bud.
And your winner. Oh, the 9 is around. Is he? Oh,
Adam.
he's sideways. Keep it straight. Don't hit that. It said your winner is Travis Juggles Rodriguez in the number 7 Ford. Congratulations, Juggles. James Nelson still making it around the track, coming through turn 20 now. He will finish
up here in turn 1. He's gonna do his burnouts right there. He's ready for it. Chad Snyder coming across third.
Burning them down. So a dominant performance by the 7 as he wins both stages and the race. Leads all but maybe 8 laps. 6
Wasn't very many.
Actually, it's not even that many. It was 3 or 4 laps.
Here comes Chad up to greet him. Chad knows this has been coming a long time too.
Yeah, these guys are, all friends and really happy to see Travis get his first win there as they're going to put the noses of these trucks together.
Everybody else joining in on a little bit of fun, getting into each other. This was a long race for all of them. Still got some guys finishing up here.
Yeah, everybody having fun.
Their nerves are shot. They're ready to be out of this place, though.
Yeah,
I guarantee it.
So what we're going to do, folks, we're going to go ahead and bring in our top 3 drivers one at a time here. Third place was Chad Snyder. Let's go ahead and bring Chad in and get his thoughts on his race. Chad Snyder, you've got Josh and Dave in the booth, man. How's it going?
Pretty good, man. I'm pretty happy with the end of that one.
Yeah, buddy. That was a hard-fought battle to get that third place finish, get your podium here on a road course. We talked about how much work you've put in, since Daytona 24 and all that stuff to really hone your road racing skills, and you've done a hell of a job, man. I really don't have any questions for you, so I'll turn it over to Josh. But congratulations, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And before I get any questions, Josh, I don't want to cut you off, man. I've got to say congratulations to Travis Rodriguez, man. What an awesome dude. We've been waiting on him to get his first one for a while, and I'm just so damn happy for him to finally put one together here.
Yeah,
that's
man.
That's what we've been talking about, Chad. Congrats on a great run, like we've talked. What's been the game changer for you on these road courses? 'Cause we talked, you were nowhere close to being this happy at a road course before.
It's just been seat time, man. I mean, like, as well as I do, because you competed in it as well, like how much time we put in preparing for that Daytona 24. And I know it doesn't seem like a lot translates from those GTP cars to the next gen cars that we race on Tuesdays or these trucks, but it actually really does help you kind of see the racetrack in a different way. And just a lot of work going back to harping on how awesome of a dude that Travis Rodriguez is. He's worked with me on every road course race I've ever run and helped me find lines and find breaking points and stuff like that. And that kind of stuff is invaluable. Like, he's really good at this stuff. And just laps, man. Nothing can replace laps. And I made a commitment to myself to practice more and put more work in for this series, for both these series this year. And had a rough start, but I'm hoping that this is the beginning of this stuff actually paying off.
A good run, buddy. Congrats, and go enjoy it. You did well.
Yeah, man. The floor is yours. If you got anybody you want to shout out.
Just want to shout out my brother, Resurrection Detail, Sean Snyder. If you're in the Fredericksburg area and watching this, please give him a call to get your vehicle shined up. He does an excellent job. Again, want to shout out our buddy Juggles. He did a hell of a job. Also, all the guys running out here tonight. James Nelson had a lot of fun racing with him, even though I kind of screwed it up at the end there and let him get away from me. But real fun race. And also want to shout you guys out. I appreciate you guys covering it for us.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, we're going to send you back to celebrate. But again, congratulations on a P3 and podium finish.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
See ya. All right, that was Chad Snyder. We're gonna get second place James Nelson. It looks like he has joined the Discord, so we'll get a word with James on his second place finish. James Nelson, you got Dave and Josh in the booth, man. How's it going?
It's going great, man. How you guys doing?
Hey, man, we're doing all right. Man, a P2 finish. That was a tough battle all night. We were gonna try to get a word with you earlier. Finishing P2 in a stage there. Did you finish P2 in both stages?
No, P2 in stage 1, P3 in stage 2.
Okay. Yeah, it's good
Sorry,
points,
I wasn't around there.
No worries. Listen, man, we noticed that on the starting in second position seemed to really pay off for you as you were able to pull out in front of the 7 several times there and get out and actually be one of the only drivers to lead a lap other than the 67 who stayed out, when everybody came to pit road. But, yeah, tell us about your run.
Yeah, that first couple corners was about the only time I ever had anything for the 7. He really put a whipping on us tonight. But I tell you what, that auto serve truck was really quick. It was a good, hard race. It's really awesome to pull in a second on a track as hard as this. I've said many times this might be the hardest road course in all of NASCAR. But yeah, I'm super psyched and pumped and ready for the next one.
Heck yeah. Josh, you got anything?
Well, James, good run. Wish could have been out there with you guys, but good to get a second place going into an off week and then into Martinsville. What are you expecting to kind of carry over to Martinsville after that off week?
Well, I'm hoping it goes good. Martinsville is probably my absolute favorite short track. I love getting in a rhythm there and beating and banging and rubbing. So I'm hoping it'll work out, but I tell you what, this league is pretty tough. There's a lot of talent in here, and at a place like Martinsville, it can all turn to crap in about half a second. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man, that's an absolute fact. So listen, man, floor is yours. Anybody you want to shout out? I know you've already mentioned AutoServe, but if you'd like to mention them again, the floor is yours.
Yeah, absolutely. First, I want to say thank you to Rob, my brother. He watches religiously, and he's always giving me crap when I mess up. So I want to thank him for being a fan. And again, AutoServe, they're a great sponsor of mine. Love driving for them, and look forward to doing it more.
Very good, man. Well, congratulations on a P2 finish and another podium here. So hopefully we'll see you in a couple weeks at Martinsville, right back here, another podium finish, possibly a win.
Hopefully, we'll see.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Thanks, man.
Yep. All right, that was James Nelson, your P2 finisher here at COTA. Let's find Juggles.
Where is he at? Bring him on in here.
Should we bring him in? Yeah.
We should probably just end the broadcast right here. We don't need to talk to him.
We're going to go ahead and end this broadcast, guys. Y'all have a good... No, we're bringing him in. Kidding. Travis Rodriguez. Dave and Josh in the booth, man. How you doing?
I am here.
You're here, man. You are in victory lane, my friend, in a league race with the All American Racing League Truck Series. How's it feel to get that first win, that elusive win here in the points race?
It is redemption in this particular case. From what the Cup race was, anyone that was watching the Cup race, the way that race shook out at the end was frustrating because of other things. So this is redemption on a level.
We were rooting for you not to muck it, man, and you didn't muck it. So that's awesome. You were lights out, just screaming fast here as we expected, setting on the pole, winning both stages, and then ultimately winning the race. Dude, just really a sincere congratulations. I'm happy to see you win that. Josh.
Yeah, buddy, it's been a long time coming. 11, 12 years racing together. You brought me onto this thing. And I know it's been frustrating to see everybody else kind of passing you up on that, but I am so happy to see you finally get it. Congrats.
Heck yeah.
That's all I really got for you, buddy. I've been waiting for it.
Yeah, man. So the floor is yours, buddy. You can say anything you want to that is YouTube appropriate.
Fair enough. I definitely like to shout out all the QFRL guys that come and race with us that kind of gave us a field. I honestly dropped the ball as far as recruitment races. One to Adam as well for coming out and racing with us finally, I think, because he's been in practice sessions and then jumped out. And to Chad, because he finished in the top 3 on a road course that I remember all of the screaming and yelling and the mother effers and all that stuff all the times we practice. So I like to see it. And James kept me so honest through most of that race.
Yeah, man, he seemed to be the only one that didn't have anything for you right there at the beginning of a run, and then slowly but surely, once you could get out in front, you just seemed to just drive away over the laps as they would go. Pretty well flawless race for you. We were really concerned coming out of 20 when we saw the 9 sideways in front of you.
I saw the caution. I was like, oh, okay, where's this at? And then I turned the corner and it's just 9. Like, oh no.
Yeah, it would have been bad to get into him and then get the nose into the wall. But listen, man, you did it. You're a winner in the All-American Racing League. Congratulations, buddy. We're going to send you back and hopefully. Oh, what do you got for these guys at Martinsville here in 2 weeks?
Probably not much. I'm a decent oval racer. Don't get me wrong, but Martinsville is a track that I'm not super confident at. Same goes with Phoenix. Like I don't know how Phoenix is gonna go at any point in the season, so we'll see how it goes. I'm just gonna kind of hope for a good enough finish.
Well, buddy, we'll be in the practice sessions with you. In the Cup car. We'll see you. We're off this Tuesday in the Cup Series, so it won't be this Tuesday. We'll see you a week from now in the Cup Series. Now, are you going to be running the QFRL race next Friday, or do you know?
Potentially. I think I get out of work early enough for that. I just got to check my schedule, but potentially. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll see you there. At any rate, congratulations again for your first win, bud, and we're going to send you back to celebrate with your friends.
See you. Thank you.
See you, man. All right, Josh. That was pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get a full field rundown for our folks at home. So we pull up the race results. Travis Rodriguez is your winner. James Nelson.
Second place, James Nelson. Yep. And Chad over in third there.
Yep. Kenneth Pack, fourth. Benny Campbell, fifth.
Michael Kerjelak holding on to that sixth place with Curtis Soburn there in seventh.
Yep. Eighth was Greg Barnett with Nathan Christensen in ninth.
As we talked about, Adam Angerstein, first race of the year, hanging on to that top 10, barely there at the end, but he did it, followed by Tyrone Yo.
And Michael Boone and Josh Hetrick round out our top 13. As unfortunately, Josh had some issues with the server. That does happen in the virtual world. But what we have next, like I say, Tuesday, this is off week time. So Tuesday we will not have the All-American Racing League Cup Series as we're in an off week. So the next race we'll come to here on SimWorld Racing Network will be Vegas for the QFRL on Friday. That should be a very good race. A lot of these same drivers have already raced Vegas with the All-American Racing League. If you missed that, go back and check out the video, and you'll see some of your favorite drivers running there as well. But they're going to do it live Friday night. So be ready. Ring that notification bell if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, so that you don't miss a bit of it. And for the Truck Series, we will be back at Martinsville in 2 weeks. So I'm Dave. That guy's Josh. Josh, thank you for stepping in with me tonight, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you having me. Yep, it was fun. Wish I could have been racing, but
yeah,
as
buddy.
you said, internet and computers have different thoughts sometimes.
You know, and since you couldn't, I'm really glad you were able to help me out, because it's tough to do these things alone. I know Nathan Christensen, we thank him. He does the Cup Series as I race in the Cup Series on Tuesday nights. Dave Lafano and I are usually in the booth, but we race on Tuesday nights. So Nathan Christensen handles that for SimWorld Racing Network. So we thank him as well. But for us here in the booth, I hope you guys enjoyed the race. We'll catch you next time. We are out.